Hi YouTube, welcome to Pagan Perspective. This is Megan, aka Spiritory, and today is Thursday. So, if you have been watching this week, you know that some big changes are coming. If you don't know, I want to let you know in a gentle way. So, this week is the last week that the regular hosts for the Pagan Perspective, as it stands now, will be posting. Next week, the subs will be posting their goodbyes. Now, the channel is not leaving entirely. This is not a forever goodbye. This is a end of the Pagan Perspective channel, the way that it is, and the way that it's structured, and you know, what the future might hold is going to look different from, I think, anything that we can probably imagine right now. So we thought that doing this right around Samhain, to end basically at the end of the pagan, for many pagans, the pagan New Year, in the Northern Hemisphere, I should say. We just thought that it was very fitting for us to do this, and it felt like it was the right time to do this for the channel and for all the hosts and sub-hosts, and it's just it's a sad time. It's also a time that I think a lot of us, whether we want to admit it or not, probably really need is a break. Though individually we don't make videos every single day, there is a video going up on the channel nearly every single day, and that is tough. And for regular hosts, we're making a video almost every single week. And then the sub-hosts are filling in for us when they can, and they have to be on call. And typically when they're on call, it means that it's like less than 24-hour notice sometimes. So our subs are really superstars in that way, and are able to pinch hit so well on very short notice oftentimes, because it usually involves technical issues or emergency family type stuff, medical stuff, things like that, in which we just don't know well in advance. So that's just something that I think isn't always talked about, is that it's definitely a hard job, and it is a job in the sense that it's work. However, it's a volunteer job. So the channel is not monetized and won't be monetized ever. And so it's not, this isn't something we all get paid to do. We all have donated our time, and gratefully. And for me, when thinking about my video this week, it's funny, I really put it off quite a bit, because I was so overwhelmed by the idea of kind of summarizing my experience on the Pagan Perspective. And I realized that maybe I don't have to fully summarize it, that my body of work can speak for itself. And at the same time, it's not the end. Certainly not for me on YouTube, and not for the Pagan Perspective channel as a whole. So it's not that that everything is going away. It's just going away for a while, and going away in the format that it is now. So that's something to keep in mind. And I've proven to myself, well, if I can make a video, 3 times a month for Pagan Perspective, I should be able to make more videos for my personal channel. And so that's something that I definitely I definitely will be doing, and will try to get better at, because I haven't been as good on my personal channel with making videos. So I'm going to try my best to do more of that. I was watching some of the other videos this week, and a lot of people are going through the analytics and things like that of the views and such, and also just the reminiscing of where we started and where we came from, and the kind of shifts that have happened in our lives. So I've been on with the channel for just over 7 years now, and I realized, wow, that's the better part of a decade, and that's just amazing to me. It's amazing to me that it has been such a fixture in my life, and it really was at the start of me doing YouTube. It was only shortly after I started doing YouTube that I auditioned for a substitute host position, and was a sub for a little while, and then moved into a regular host position. And over that kind of transition, I definitely stopped doing a lot of videos on my personal channel, and was just focusing on Pagan Perspective because it was important to me to do that. But other things in my life were coming up where I couldn't do videos that often. So it was wonderful to be able to have that rootedness that the Pagan Perspective gave me, because it meant that at least once a week I was addressing something in the faith, where that wasn't necessarily happening a lot of years. There were many years in which, weeks and weeks could go by where I really wouldn't address anything with my faith, or anything in the community, and, other than Pagan Perspective. And it made me think more and research more and contemplate more and evaluate more, and it's caused me to reflect a lot of my personal practices, and so in so many ways it's been so inspiring, helpful, and I just think it's such a wonderful resource for the community as well. Looking back on some of my videos, I couldn't believe a few of them. It's funny, they were mentioning that we have over 20,000 subscribers. I think that's amazing. But yeah, how not as many people who subscribe actually watch all the time, because most of our videos get just a couple hundred views. And looking back, I was like, oh wow, yeah, like there really isn't a lot of viewership. And then I stumbled upon a rarity. One of my videos has 40,000 views. So that was a 40,000 plus views, which blew my mind. So something in the algorithm, something must have happened with that video. It's Are You a Natural Witch video? And I was blown away. All of these like 100, 300, 200, and then 40,000. So that was something that really shocked me. And I realized that a lot of being seen on YouTube, it really does come down to that algorithm and those keywords, and also I think a little bit of luck. It must have just been a click, and then it got shared more, and there must have been something that was happening. So I think that that'll definitely be something that I think about with my own personal channel, because I realized looking at that too, I have some videos that are just in the few hundreds, and then I've got, a video with my wife and I that's over 20,000. And so it's like, wait, how did that one? And now that one, the thumbnail is my wife and I kissing, so that's probably why on that one. But I think that it really lets us know too, social media and YouTube and all of that has its own little backdoor things, and so many things to look at. So moving forward, I'm definitely going to try and sort of take a little bit of that in and that lesson. So there was so many things that I've been reflecting on in this journey, and what YouTube is and what it used to be and what it can be in the future. So one of the things that I loved looking back on was being able to talk about pagan communities in person. And I realized when I was in New England what an amazing in-person pagan community I had there. And I thought about how I don't really have that now that I have moved in different places. And then I thought about what change now the current situation in the world has made for everyone. And so even if I was back in New England at this time, that in-person community wouldn't be there in that same way. And so it made me think that this might be the perfect time for a resurgence, in a way, of pagans online, and a YouTube presence for pagans and witches, and it might be the perfect time for us to be able to say, hey, this is a way for us to make a community. Because with the current status of the world and quarantines and just not having these big events and things like that, I think that really bolstering up and even building and rebuilding online communities is going to be something really important for the future. So I'm really hopeful that we can do that, and for the pagan perspective to be able to do that as well in its new form, whatever that might look like. And if I'm a part of it or not, that will certainly be something that, you know, if that opportunity presents itself to me, I will jump at the chance to build that community again. And otherwise, I think that building our online presence, especially for me, building my online presence, to be able to create as much community as possible right now with the state of things, I realized how much value I see in that right now. And I hope that others see value in it too, because I think that it's an opportunity for us to create community where certainly we've lost a lot of community. And it's not just obviously the pagan community. Every community has lost that ability to really be able to have this in-person community. And so we need to physically distance, not socially distance, and find that community again. So I'm going to try and make it my mission to be able to do as much of that as I can moving forward. And and I hope that you will all join me. I am going to put my YouTube channel down in the description. I am Subirasri, Subiirasri. It's a weird name, I know. I was into some young adult novels when I was younger, and the SRI gets added to the end of your name, your mother's name, and that becomes your last name. It was a whole YA novel thing. Anyway, so that's what it is. But no one had it, and I hate numbers and hate putting a number because I can never remember it. So that's my name. But when you see it below, it should say my first name, Megan Subirasri. So hopefully you will join me there. I also, one of the things that I do is I make stickers. It's an artistic outlet for me and my wife. It's something we share, and I'm a planner junkie. I have a lot of planners, and this is just sort of the ones that I have out. But yeah, I love to make stickers. So if you are a paper planner and you like stickers, I am Sticker Geek Designs, and I'll leave a link for that in the description as well on Etsy. And I make stickers that are all centered around like 90s nostalgia and geeky themes. So it's just, I'm a geek at heart. What can I say? Our most recent ones were like, SG-1, Stargate, and Firefly, and Hocus Pocus, and Addams Family, and all of those things. So I think as I reflect really on just my journey and my time with Pagan Perspective, I just can't thank Cara enough and the team enough at the time for choosing me. I just feel like it's been something that has really given a purpose, for that part of my life, and it's something that I'll always treasure and hold as important work, something that I feel like gave back to the community, and and I'll always just hold a special place in my heart, always, and maybe in the future. So who knows? Like we're all saying, is this is bye for now, not bye forever. And I just know that there are good things on the horizon, and I believe that, and I have to believe that with every single fiber of my being, because I think that there have been a lot of negative things that have happened, and that's something that that I hope that people can heal from in so many ways. There will be so many things that happen this year that are going to never be forgotten. And there's going to be wounds that run very deep for many, many people, myself and my wife included. And they're things that we never, we never are able to fully heal from. We just learn to live with. And I know for many people that's true. And so what I hope is that moving forward, we have a lot of bright, sunny days. And there are a lot of positives to help us live with some of the negatives that have happened this past year in many of our lives. People have lost loved ones, and there's just been so much hurt and death and trauma and things happening in the past year that I really, really hope that as we move forward into the future, that there'll be brightness and lightness and love and laughter. And that doesn't mean that there won't ever be bad again. Just that I'm hoping for a lot of light and love, coming up. So I hope that we get all showered with it, just to make things a little easier, just to make us able to breathe a little bit easier moving forward. It's hard to keep getting up every time you get knocked down. We need a breather. I think I'm going to miss everybody on the channel. I think, I formed some amazing friendships on the channel, and I know that those aren't going anywhere. So I'm super happy about those, and I'll still be in communication with those people, and I've gotten to meet just some wonderful, wonderful souls. So I'm just very grateful for my time here, and I'm grateful for all of you. I had thought about doing a live for this last one, but I thought, no, I should just make it a recorded video because I have so many things to say, and sometimes with a live we can get derailed on other topics. So, but I will be doing lives on my personal channel, so that, because that definitely is something I can do. I know I can do more regularly, actually, on my personal channel. And so if you liked my live videos here, which I know a lot of you did, subscribe to my personal channel, and I will be doing lives over there. And so then that way, if you want to be able to say anything to me kind of in person, then that option will be there for you. So yeah, and I just wish you all so well, and just hope the best and brightest things for all of you moving forward. And hopefully maybe at one point I will see you again. And if you subscribe, I will definitely see you again over the YouTubans. And yeah, I think that's probably about it. I'm going to get all sentimental and all teary-eyed, and I didn't want to do that. So I want to thank you, though. Just thank you for being here, and for those that watch all the time and are big supporters. Just thank you. Thank you so much. Mahalo. And just wish you all the best. So I guess, the end of now, not the end of forever. And blessed be. And as always, aloha. Bye.